Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Rao. How are you all? I had a very busy, productive day still to come. So I'll be here half an hour today because there are loads of work there. So I didn't want to break my schedule since I'm coming on 7 o'clock. Um, Still talking about calming the mind, the importance of it, how it is needed in the next time of information age with so much brain work we are doing, right? So don't leave it on autopilot, chattering and really producing a lot of unnecessary data and lose your attention and also become attention deficit. That is the problem with a lot of people now, right? And also you will be losing the focus too. Okay? So the whole thing is to just to protect our innate intellect, innate intelligence, and memory. So many things, right? So a lot of elderly people they can focus on what's happening now, and they cannot really understand a lot of things that happened in the near past, but they don't recall, right? They don't have the recent memory, but they have a long-term memory that was completely, buried in them and coming back without their initiating it. So it is kind of old memory that is entrenched in your brain, which is not really useful, but it goes on bothering you. That kind of. I see it in my sister. She is now 80 years old, and she tells me all the time how those long-term memories come and they don't leave her alone. And she has that problem of stopping the mind. So I work very hard with her, and she is much better now. But understanding how the thought, that's very important. Okay, it's very very difficult as you go into advanced stage. So when the kids are young, I think it's a must these days because they are really addicted to phones and devices that we give them, right? And then they use them all the time. And sadly, they are losing some of the conversational styles and really spending time with people and really available to, simple things in life like enjoying a friendship, relationship, anything like that. So, all in all, what I am saying is you kind of get some time just to listen to music or produce music or just take a walk around the block or just to look at the nature that is available to you or go hike, go swim, something like that. But at the time, just keep the mind quiet, and you have to have some measure where you can be um, really taken away from all this noise and chatter and all that. So what I was coming on here, and first few days I did with people too, but now I think most of the people I'm talking about going to a particular place in your house or office every day in the and in just before you go to sleep, you can do it in the bed and two times a day. First thing in the morning and last thing before you go to bed. Just sit down, keep your feet on the flat, and keep your spine straight. Just sit down straight and then take deep breaths through the nose, closing the mouth, and focus on the touch of the air on the alanase and make it an anchor and do a few breaths for a few minutes, maybe 5 to 15 minutes. And make sure that you are here and now and you are in present, you are not getting the thought process going on. Don't think. That's the last thing you want to do. And then after if some come, just observe them, be the witness, and that is really you, and be in that and go to sleep. You'll have innumerable. Don't take any sedatives or any of the hypnotics or any of the sleeping medications, alcohol, none of that, right? So that's the kind of healthy living, I think, good for us in so many ways, right? So every day doing this kind of present moment breathing break several times, and focusing your attention completely on that will really help you calm your mind. And then it becomes a habit. It becomes something the brain understands. So giving a time out for the kids, I think that's a good thing to do. That some schools are doing it. I'm very happy about it. And if youngsters they may be smoking and all that, they can stop that. And really technology people, that is where the real rub is. They are really overloaded with information, and they kind of uh, have to have natural measures to keep their mind in line or really quiet and calm. You know, unfortunately, a lot of them take a drink, and a lot of them really get involved in that. They become almost neurotic in the sense, fidgety, anxious, and thinking pretty rapidly, and then blurting out some things and all that. You can see that they are affected. Even visually, also, you can see some of them are. They're nervous, they're fidgety, they're really blurting out some things without meaning anything and all that. So, nervous breakdown, they call it, right? But you can be uh, not that. You can use your fine intellect to make it. It's like a intellect is like a fine knife. You can use it to cut fruit very nicely, or you can kill somebody, right? So that's why you want to protect the intellect, and also you want to give it a base where it is stable, and then it can operate properly. Okay, that base is where you want to really be empty and then stable. Then you can project anything that you want, and you'll be fine. Okay, so that is what I was talking about. I hope everybody uh, appreciate the importance of this calming exercise and calming, and everybody understands the process, which is what I'm describing is a very minimal. All I'm saying is come to the present in the morning, use the breath, and carry that through the day. And at the end of the day, do it again, and then you will end up in sleeping without really a lot of chatter in your mind. Okay, that's all. So, but if you want further meditation, you can always reach me. I'll be happy to discuss with you and go much deeper. Some people are interested, some people are not. That's why this is not for a general talk. But if you want to go much deeper, I welcome you to. I kind of invite you to reach out for me, and I'll be happy to let you know a lot of insights into thought, thinking, chatter mind, unconscious thought, conscious thought, and stopping the thoughts, being in silence, being in one thought, and going beyond one thought, samadhi. So many things are there, right? But that's all too much for a lot of people. Unless they are interested, I don't think they will take a deep dive into that. Don't do these things just for information's sake, accumulation of information. You have to have that experiential uh, kind of experience. Once you have that, then you appreciate how much blissful it is, how much peaceful it is, and how much happy it is. So those are the areas that I want to bring it about. Uh, so anybody wants to come up and ask me any questions, you are welcome to come up, and I'll be happy to engage you. Um, Otherwise, the same exercise I'm talking about, you always want to do that, and then people are asking me for other rooms. So I have the messages on the DM, but I will stay at least this 30 minutes and explain to you much more about that exercise. And so, what it is when you go to bed, suppose you go very late, suppose you are working with your files or with your computer data, whatever, right? And you are allowing the churning of the conscious thought go on continuously. And then if you don't do anything and just sleep on that, your body may be physically tired, but then your mind is still going on in the form of dreams, right? And that doesn't allow you full deep sleep. So the people who have a lot of dreams, and that means their mind is still active while they're trying to rest and sleep. So really get a quality sleep that is going to revive your body and the mind. You really need to understand what is deep sleep, and then you can do so many things. Again, if you want any of those details, and you want me to work with you in a custom way, you can reach out for me. Okay, but basically, you go to deep sleep and wake up, your body and mind are well rested and revived. That is the purpose of the sleep, actually. So it is revived. You wake up with good energy, right? And then you will start to think again. That's fine. But if you are thinking and sleeping, and then when you wake up again, you're in the train of thought that is continuously done for so many years, then you are becoming neurotic. That's what the problem is. So you understand that whole mechanism and try to work with the mind with focus when you are to work, but then give it a break. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I put it very simply because I don't want to one way tell you big lecture on the sleep cycle, thought role, and um, abiding the self. All those deeper aspects you may not be interested in, but if you can just hear your mind go to bed, I think that's good. Okay, just do that. When you get up in the morning, don't allow the thought stream come right away. You know, all these intellectuals, all these people who are really buried in a lot of reading and the stuff, they may not be able to do it by themselves, and they need a sleeping pill or alcohol or something like that. And that's not really wise, right? We all know that. So mine is non-invasive, holistic, natural ways. Those are the ones I concentrate. But if you get sick and you need to have intervention with medications, with the treatments, with the surgery, whatever we need to do to get you back out of that deep wellness, we will do that. But when you are really aiming for a wellness in your life, you want to be healthy in your life. See, my dear, my logo is live long, live well, and live in joy. Live long, modern medicine helps us quite a lot. The antibiotics, the vaccines, the progress in surgery, progress in microsurgery, progress in so much of therapies, right? We have them. We are continuing to evolve more the genome now, and also microsurgery and cameras on the tablet. So many things are coming up. I don't want to go into that, but then basically, modern medicine has achieved a lot, is going to achieve much more in the next 2 decades, and immunology also has improved quite a bit. So all these are keeping us long. But the question is, are you living well? Are you living in joy? Question yourself, everybody. Then you'll find for yourself whether it is true or not. So your subjective energy, your clarity, your focus, your feeling of alive, and then really enjoying stuff. All that is secondary to your vital energy. That is consumed by this constant thinking. Okay, you may be clever, you may be erudite, you may be very shrewd, you may be very really impress people with your presentation or your voice skills or lack of accent. Who cares, because accents are there because people speak different dialects, different languages. So that is not it. Is that person having vital energy underneath? That's the important thing, not this clever, just shrewd mentalities. Then you'll have to defend those stuff. You don't have the free energy, and that also affects your vital energy. So when you are sleeping really deep and without have to think at the time, Then when you wake up, you have a real good vital energy, which actually propels you to do better and which helps you not to get sick in the long run. Okay, body has this tremendous capacity to heal itself, but what we do is we kind of impair that by so many of lifestyles that are not good for that. Okay, so everybody has their own interests about making money with other people diseases and all. So people make a lot of medication addicts out of patients get so many medications, maybe 40, 50 medications sometimes, obviously will interact, and then those interactions may not be seen afterward for you, but then the function, the liver function, kidney function, so many heart function, all those functions will go down. I'm being very, very layman like, so if you do the healthy lifestyles, if you allow your vital energy to operate through you, and that vital energy keeps you well and long and enjoy because you feel that energy within you, right? And then you will be, don't have to deliberate control of that, but you automatically you do that because you know, you are aware, you know what you are eating, you know what you are supposed to eat. So there's so much know-how about all these things now. It's inexcusable if people are not self-conscious and then really allowing this COVID to spread, or getting obese without really operating at the level. We are sympathetic. We try to help them, but then everybody has to have this self-conscious self-responsibility about the health. So if you do the regular lifestyles, you do the vital energy upliftment, then you will be living longer and also well, right? It's not you look outside well, it is what is happening at your molecular level, at your organs level. That's what. Some of the ancient yoga or um, other exercise that you can do are martial arts. They really attend to the inner organs that way. Okay, so it's good if you can walk, if you can do stuff, but a modern lifestyle of sitting down, modern lifestyle of watching TV, modern lifestyle of watching a game at the center without really participating. Those kind of things are kind of allowed and unconsciously followed. Later on, people say, "Oh, how come I get it?" Because you have genomic expression, you have this phenotypic coming out, and because of the lifestyles are not all of them, but some of them genetic, and they will express anyway. But some of the metabolic problems, they are getting the triggers, the stimuli from external, from our environment, from our diet and exercise and all that, right? So keep your mind calm, sleep well, and let the nature heal you during the night time, repair you and refresh you and bring you a lot of vital energy out. Thereby, you can enjoy whatever you do and be happy. Okay, that's why live well, live long, live in joy. Just long is not enough. You got to have a quality of life. Okay, so that's why keep the body clean, mind clean, and both of them give them enough rest, and also understand what are the body uh, diseases, how they can come about, how we can do lifestyle changes that will help you to prevent as much as possible. And then, if you should have a disease, we are there, modern medicine is there, we strive to help you. But then, lots of times, what we do is people come with illness and symptoms, they get treated for that, but then the fundamental causes of why they've got treated, where they got ill, they are not addressed. Okay, like a diet and exercise in a diabetic, like a moderate exercise, not smoking in a COPD patient, all those. You got to go to the roots of these illnesses and help the patient to understand where he's going wrong. And it's very difficult for a lot of people to change so many habits. Again, the mind. Where the habit is from your mind, right? So being aware, being in charge of the thought is very, very important. To do that, don't allow the thought go like wind. That's exactly what it is. Like wind, it goes. But then you have to have two things for that: practicing being in the present, awareness. That's one. Other thing is developing dispassion for a lot of things. Then you will be healthy and you will live long, well, and also enjoy. Okay. So remember, always have to keep the mind healthy by giving it rest, by allowing it to recover, but not teach them mental habits. If you are unconscious about this, then you will develop mental habits which will get you later on in life. So, but the way the information is overloaded now, exploding, a lot of people are in that susceptibility about more information and really occupying their mind and not able to take a break, not able to be natural. All those things are going to be problem for you, or what you are now kind of uh, you know proud of the intellect, that itself will become a real problem. I have seen that. It could be dementia, it could be neurosis, neurotic, all those things can happen. So with that, I think I don't know how long I was here. 20 some minutes. Anybody has any questions or any comments, anything? I don't know. Wisdom is very silent. I don't even know whether people are there. But I have loads of work to do too still. So this is a good break. I was able to come up and say hello to you all. So if you want to come up, I will keep it open for a few more minutes. Otherwise, I will take leave at this time. Okay. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, 3 more days and then I'll be gone.